Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I'm fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country in case you are outside the republic. And for this particular video, I want you guys who are watching it from this country, please let me know the county just by tapping the name because I want to know how we are distributed. Now, Raila Odinga yesterday suffered a major political blow in this country after 9 members of parliament from his party in Nyanza joined William Ruto for a meeting at State House. Raila Odinga was actually forced to convene an urgent meeting with Oparanya, Joho, and Junet. And tomorrow, there's also going to be another parliamentary group meeting of ODM party in Nairobi. And Raila Odinga's worries were actually worsened yesterday when John Mbadi, the national chairperson of ODM party, made some interesting post on his Facebook page. This is what John Mbadi is saying. I am not a person to run away from the office before we get a good succession. You see, ODM party is trying to revamp. And the only way they can revamp is by conducting elections. And it means some people will have to leave. Either the chairperson, the party leader, elections will be conducted. And he's saying, I want to be succeeded and still I will serve the party in whatever capacity. So from what I'm getting here, Mbadi is saying that even if he's removed as the chairperson, he will still be able to serve the party in any other capacity. I have done my bit as the party's chairperson, and people should not think that being a chair is something I am dying for. You see, now that's where the meat is. He's talking of some people think that being a chair is something I am dying for. So basically, John Mbadi is saying he's ready to leave. He's ready to leave. And it's proceeding. The same people who at one point did not want me to attend rallies nor touch the microphone now want me to go to the rallies. You see, John Mbadi has been missing in some of these rallies. And from this post, it's clear that it's by design because John Mbadi feels that in the last election, there were people who are telling him that he should not be seen campaigning for Raila Odinga as the ODM chairperson. And he's now telling the same people who are now telling him why he's not attending the rallies that you guys insisted that I should not attend rallies. Why should I attend now? And for me, up to that point, personally, I agree with John Mbadi. And he's continuing, when did they realize that my attendance in rallies is important? So I don't know who Mbadi is addressing by asking, when did they realize? As the chairperson of ODM party, the expectations of the party and its members is that as the chairperson, he ought to attend these rallies unless he has some other issues. But from what Mbadi is saying here, it's like attending those rallies are not important. So he's saying, I have other better forums I can use to address the party issues, parliament being one of them. You see, Raila Odinga as the party leader is saying that ODM as a party is rejecting William Ruto's presidency and that they have organized political rallies. So the expectation is the Secretary General of ODM party, the chairperson is of ODM party, the two party leaders, the officials, the county chairmen are supposed to tow or to follow the direction of the party. But Mbadi is saying that for him, he has other better ways of addressing party issues, including parliament. I don't know whether parliament is where you address party issues. Maybe he can educate me, but let me just put this on the record. John Mbadi is someone I really respect. I admire his politics. This is a man who came from nowhere, went to Suba, was it Gwasi then? Defeated every other person. He didn't even have the money. From there, he became one of the best legislators we have in the country. And when opportunity arose, John Mbadi was actually appointed as assistant minister in the office of the prime minister. John Mbadi then, after some time, became the chairperson of ODM party and has served up to this stage. And personally, if you ask me about his performance as ODM party chairperson, I would be hesitant to give you my opinion because that area, I don't think he has really performed so well. But the fact is, Mbadi is a solid guy. And the fact that he's the chairperson of ODM party and is writing this statement to an extent that people are reacting differently, I've seen the daily, the Citizen Digital claiming that Mbadi has threatened to resign. And Babu Owino also made some interesting post here. We wish you well, Honorable Mbadi, as you step down from the ODM party chairmanship. It is now my time to take over from where you have left and steer the party to greater heights and prosperity. Youth power, that's Babu Owino. Now, if you ask me, Babu Owino should actually take over. The wise man. But why do you think Mbadi would behave the way he's behaving? I'm not saying Mbadi is leaving ODM party, because I've listened to him. Today he was in one of the vernacular stations here, and the way he spoke, I didn't really see someone who is planning to leave, someone who is planning to rebel. In fact, he felt disappointed by the people who ended up meeting Ruto yesterday, because according to Mbadi, that's disrespectful to the party, because these guys ought just to have even notified the party, not just to appear there publicly. But why do you think Mbadi is talking the way he's talking? For me, I only have 4 or 5 reasons. Number one, you know, politics is about interest. John Mbadi served as the chairperson of ODM. He served as the minority leader in the last parliament. Then he decided that he was going to contest for the gubernatorial seat, which he did contest. He contested, but he lost to Gladys Wanga. John Mbadi feels very strongly up to this stage that he ought to have been the one, having been the minority leader in parliament, having been one of the senior most leaders from Homa Bay, having served more terms as a member of parliament than Gladys. Also, having been the chairperson of ODM party, he felt that he ought to have been given the ODM ticket. But Mbadi is still nursing the ambition of becoming still the governor. But let's face reality. Gladys is the current governor of Homa Bay. She has an upper hand. If you look at the history, Raila Odinga always has our ODM party has a way of trying as much as possible to continue with the governors. So there's a chance that the ODM party would prefer Gladys to continue in the second term. And that's where Mbadi is coming in. He's not seeing opportunity. And I don't think Mbadi will be going back to member of parliament. He can only go to the Senate. But going to the Senate would mean challenging Moses Kajwang. Mbadi and Kajwang comes from Suba. You know, those are not Luos. They come from Suba, which definitely means it's complicate the equation for them, because our politics is tribal. There's no way a senator can come from Suba and a governor. So the equation is being complicated for him. So I think he's trying to lay the ground so that he can contest as an independent candidate in 2027. That's number one. Number two, the ODM elections is going to happen. Some heads are going to roll. Some people are going to be sacrificed. And based on this statement by Mbadi, I think Mbadi is seeing the writing on the wall, and he's just laying the ground. So I think because of these elections, he feels that he's going to be removed, and therefore he really doesn't see any need to continue attending these rallies, committing to the party, and that. Number three, for example, I also tend to think that Mbadi is yet to recover from the fact that Raila opted for Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay. You know, even we are all human beings. And the fact of the matter is, if you ask me, Gladys Wanga was actually ahead of these guys. If elections were to be held the way they were planned, and you had Gladys, you had Kidero, you had Mbadi contesting for ODM party ticket, Gladys would have defeated them. But there's that feeling that they were men, the sons of the soil, that they were better. So Mbadi is yet to forgive Raila Odinga for that. And the other thing why I think Mbadi is doing all this, you can put yourself in John Mbadi's shoe. You are the minority leader, you are the party chairperson, then now you are just a nominated MP. You go to rallies, then you wait for others to speak. I mean, you speak before others. As the chairperson, he would always invite Raila Odinga to speak in some of these rallies. As a minority leader, he would be the last person to speak after MPs. But now you go to parliament, I mean, now you go to a political rally, then John Mbadi is just a member of a nominated MP. So which means if he's seated there with Babu Owino, he's just a nominated MP, protocol will dictate that he speaks before Babu. So those are not adding up for Mbadi, and therefore it really doesn't see the need of attending some of these rallies. And again, if you ask me, it could also be his strategy to revenge. We are all human beings. I tend to think that Mbadi could be on a revenge mission against Raila Odinga, though his speech today on Ramogi, for me, if you ask me, Mbadi is likely to continue staying in the party. And lastly, it could become offensive. William Ruto is actually reaching out to these people. I just seen Jalango mwenyewe saying that he was called. Previously, Jalas was very clear that they were receiving calls every single day to join that camp, to leave Raila, you know. So Ruto embarked on a charm offensive. And that charm offensive, if you ask me, is paying off for him. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.